Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to another episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Frances Fayden, and I'm so grateful to get to spend this time with you together today because I have some exciting news that I'm excited to share with you. But before we do that, let's take a few deep breaths together, just get ourselves grounded and centered. And breathing in the energy of expansion, breathing out anything that you no longer need. If you're driving, please keep your eyes on the road, but keep your awareness at your breath. And as we settle into this moment, we're creating space to receive this inspiration today. Inspiration that is going to help you to magnify your miracles. Knowing that that's what's exactly going to happen, let's take one more deep breath together in gratitude. And we can begin. Well, hello, my friend. I have some amazing news to share with you. So if you've been following and listening in to my podcast, you'll know I often do channeled meditations, and I often will be talking about the power of prayer, among many other things that I do. As an Interfaith Minister, I honor everybody's path, but my job is definitely to help you to connect and feel that divine presence in any way you can, and in a way that works for you. So rather than telling you what to believe, my job is to create a space for you to have your own experience. And that's why I'm excited to share with you something I was guided to do by Mother Mary herself. So a couple of episodes ago, I did an episode on prayer. Prayer is self-care. And so many of you responded to that and wanted to know, can you tell me more about prayer? And Mother Mary's been guiding me this way for a long time, and I've been a little bit hesitant about it. Like, well, what do I have to say? Like, don't people know about prayer? And then it was in a session with my own coach that I was telling her about some of the guidance I received from Mother Mary. And she says, well, what is Mother Mary asking you to do? And like, what are you supposed to be doing with this channeling vibration? And I heard loud as a bell, like, it's about prayer. It's about prayer. You need to be channeling prayers. And then my coach, who is so smart and so intuitive, said, oh, you are the prayer channel. That's what you do. So it's a little play on words because I'm channeling, but then it's also a channel. And we said, what if we actually expanded what we're doing and you started offering this prayer channel as a show on YouTube? So that's what I'm doing. And I'm excited to share with you that in addition to the Magnify Your Miracles podcast, which you can listen to it on iTunes Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to the podcast in all the usual places, but you can also listen and watch on YouTube. Well, now there's going to be a second playlist that's there specifically for this show that happens Tuesdays at 11 o'clock, where I'm mostly going to be there live. You can actually go on and you can ask me questions. You can put comments in the chat box. And I'm going to be sharing with you sacred stories and channeled prayers to help you magnify your miracles. So you might be asking, like, well, what's different than what we'll be doing in the podcast? So the podcast is going to be staying the same. The Magnify Your Miracles is still going to be the place where I'm talking about all my favorite books, bringing on as many of the authors of those books as we can, introducing you to some amazing people who can help you magnify your miracles, doing the meditations every month, and then also giving you inspiration to help you magnify your miracles. If I was going to say what's the difference, the podcast is definitely for light workers. It's definitely for the highly sensitive, highly creative, visionary person who is looking for that inspiration so they can keep spreading their light in the world in whatever way. But the prayer channel is where I put a little bit more of my ministerial energy, I guess you could say. You know, I am a Gemini, so having two things going at the same time is kind of the norm for us Geminis. But that's more where I can be sharing sacred stories that, you know, they may or may not have to do with being an entrepreneur. They may not have to do with being a light worker. They just might be sacred stories that I love and I want to share with you. And then I will also be offering a prayer I always ask Mother Mary, what's the prayer that you want me to share with people? And these are prayers that you can use and that you can make your own in whatever way. So it's a little bit more of my ministerial energy, whereas the Magnify Your Miracles podcast, a little bit more of my coaching energy, not 100%. You can't really divide myself in half because I'm going to be myself wherever I am. But if you're looking for more spiritual information, if you're looking to be fed and that deep, deep level, to really connect with the divine presence, to really go deep with these beautiful sacred stories, I invite you to join me there. And so here's how you can do it. There's a couple of things, and I'm going to be having more things going as we are unfolding. But right now, there is a page on my website. If you go, you'll see at the very top in the navigation bar, it'll say the prayer channel. And you can just go right there and you can subscribe to the prayer channel. You won't be getting emails for the prayer channel unless you subscribe to them. So you have to hit subscribe and you'll be the first to know when I'm going live, when I'm going to be posting things. Right now I'm doing it Tuesdays at 11. I might be expanding it to doing more episodes. We have to see how it goes in terms of time, but you'll always be the first to know when that's happening. And then the really fun part is I'm creating a Facebook community, the Prayer Channel community, which is a free Facebook group that you're welcome to go to. And that's another place where you can tune in. So you can tune in on YouTube, you can tune in on my website, and you can also tune in on Facebook, depending upon where you are, and be there live for these beautiful transmissions, these beautiful channeled messages and channeled prayers. I'm really, really so excited. We're going to have more happening as time goes on, but you do have an ability to be in the chat. And unlike the podcast, which I love, I can't answer your questions live. I'm going to be able to do that when I'm doing the Prayer Channel show. So right now we're in season 1. Season 1 started in June, so there are a few episodes up there that you can check out and see if you like it. Season 1 is going to be the summer season, the season of Archangel Raphael. So we're going to be talking a lot about healing. And then season 2 will then begin in the fall. So I would love to hear any of your thoughts about it. This is going to be a way that we can interact a little bit more. I'm so excited to be able to connect with you. I'm so excited to share stories because I love books. Well, one of the reasons I love books is that I love stories. I'm also going to be doing sharing of music there. So while the Magnify Your Miracles podcast, I'm definitely going to keep doing my book reviews because I love them so much. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about music in the prayer channel because music is such a powerful way to not only express your prayers, but to be inspired to pray. Beautiful music. I love it so much. So I really, really hope that you join me. I'm going to put a link in this email and I'm going to put it in the show notes too. So it's easy for you to subscribe and you'll be one of the first ones to know when all the things are happening. And I would love to have you join me live on Tuesdays, 11 a.m., and to connect with Mother Mary and to connect with the divine and to help co-create a world of light, love, peace, and joy through prayer. That's really the point of it. To help me co-create a world of light, love, peace, and joy through prayer. So if you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you as part of the Prayer Channel community. Thank you so much, my friend. God bless you. Oh, and remember, the key to magnifying your miracles is to remember that your miracle is already here. God bless you. Bye-bye.